everybody. Welcome back to When a Gay Girl Meets a Trans Girl. I'm the gay girl, Holly.
Hello, Holly. I am the trans girl, Brooklyn. How are you?
I'm well. I am on spring break. I finished my mixology class. I pick up my other 5th class, I think at the beginning of April. And so I get like 2 weeks of only having 4 classes. So that's kind of nice. Wait, am I in 4 classes?
Yeah.
4 or 5? 4?
4, right?
I don't know. I'm going to school.
You had a 5th class earlier in the year and you had to...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
Everything's starting to run together.
Oh, so what else is going on in your life? Earlier you were talking about Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's gonna be making his last movie. I think it's like the Last Critic or something, or Final Critic. It's set in 1970s. I'm thinking my mom's probably gonna like it. She likes a lot of his movies.
I like movies set in the 70s. I actually love 70s films.
Yeah, it might be good.
Yeah.
I love Kill Bill.
I thought he was supposed to make a part 3 to his movie series.
For Kill Bill? Yes, he promised. So I grew up watching Kill Bill. Me, my mom, and my sister, we loved it because it's a strong female basically getting vengeance kind of thing. And
Yeah.
she's like one bad mama. But they were gonna do a 3rd one, and over the decades, they've said, I'm gonna do a 3rd one. I'm not gonna do a 3rd one. I'm gonna do a 3rd one. I'm not gonna do a 3rd one. The 3rd one was the little black girl, I forget, she assassinated her mother, remember the cereal box and everything?
Yeah.
And she told her, when you're older, come and get me. And so the 3rd one was going to have her and Beatrix Kiddo's kid, her daughter, be more of the focus in the 3rd one. Instead of getting like Kill Bill, it was going to be kind of go after Beatrix.
Okay.
So it was going to be really neat because he was waiting for those 2 little girls to actually be grown up to use them again. And then I guess things just got lost.
So do you think it still could be made, possibly just by someone else, or do you feel like it wouldn't be the same if someone else tried to create the next one?
I mean, they were only a couple years younger than me. So it's not going to be like they're in their young 20s or mid 20s getting vengeance. They could be in their late 20s, like very seasoned. Yeah, they could still do it before they would need new actors.
Okay.
Reasonably.
I don't think I've ever seen the second one. I actually always used to... I like the first one.
I am making an astonished face at my spouse right now.
Well, I don't know. When the first one came out, it was all the rage, and then the second one came out, and I don't know how well it did compared to the first one, but it didn't seem to garnish the same amount of attention as the first one did. Right? Am I wrong?
You're a monster.
No, I'm not a monster.
How could you not? The second one's the one that pulls everything together.
Okay. It just is something I never went back and watched. It didn't mean the same, I guess, as it meant to you, but that's fine, right? Right? No?
Our marriage is built on lies.
God, I did never lie to you about liking or having watched it. I'm willing to watch it. So by the next podcast, maybe we can sit down and watch the first 2.
Yeah. That would be nice.
And then I can talk about whether or not I actually like it at that point.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I've been tired lately. Kind of going on to the subject of me here. I'm exhausted. I have had a lot going on at work. A lot going on here. You and I both have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I can't drink caffeine to perk myself up.
And you can't have a beer to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is, Holly?
Might be because I'm 2 months pregnant.
Oh. Yes. Holly and I are going to have a baby.
Yay.
She is 8 weeks as of this recording, going into 9 weeks, about halfway through.
Yeah.
And so we're due October 25th, later in 2023 here.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about all this?
Super sleepy, somewhat nauseous, very, very hungry. I'm on all the IVF stuff. We've already discussed, I don't have infertility problems, but because we had to use Brooklyn's immature sperm, they have to treat me like I have infertility problems. So I am on a lot of progesterone and estrogen right now. So, yeah, I'm like uber pregnant. But we went to our first sonogram a few weeks ago.
Yes, yes.
And they said the baby looks very, very healthy.
Just like the mama.
Yeah, they said
that baby's probably in there working out now. They said that it can start moving in her little tummy, below her tummy. They said it's probably in there wiggling around, doing jumping jacks and all kinds of things, little flippers, flipping up and down. Being like, I gotta do this with my mama.
Yeah, but I've been sleeping amazingly. Like around 7 p.m. I feel like a kid again. I just get super zonked out. Like if I'm sitting on my recliner, my eyes just like shut. It is so beautiful.
I'd have to say you definitely, Holly's always been someone that likes to sleep. She really gets her sleep in. Ever since I met her, she's always
I don't sleep long. I nap a lot.
Yeah, she does.
Because
the naps.
You sleep for like 12 hours. Me, I sleep for like 6 hours, but I need a midday nap.
Yeah. But she's kind of gotten out of that recently, or over the last few years, and I think that this has really pushed her into needing naps all the time. It's like she always seems to be exhausted. She's become a sleepy girl.
Yeah.
Have you had any cravings yet?
Yes.
Tell us about your cravings.
I've been all over the spicy stuff, which I'm usually a spice pansy. Brooklyn was scared because my face started turning red and I was like, had like drool and everything while I was eating something super spicy.
And she kept eating. She was like, I just need more. I'm like, you're getting ready to like catch on fire. I see steam coming out of your head. And she's like, more. It's a really weird craving to crave spicy foods,
It's a mix between, I usually go for sriracha or for Valentina.
Yeah, Valentina. That's my favorite hot sauce. I love the sweetness of the Valentina.
They both have different things that I like about them.
See, sriracha to me has always just been a spice, a liquid spice. Yeah. It doesn't seem to have an actual flavor. To me, anyway. Am I wrong?
I love it in my chicken Alfredo.
But Valentina, it has like a little sweet kick to it.
That's why, like, it depends on what I'm eating or what I'm going for. Like, in my spaghetti, I like my sriracha because it makes it taste like spicy Italian sausages in it. But in my chicken Alfredo, I usually do sriracha, but sometimes I lean on the Valentina. And if I'm eating chicken, Valentina.
Yeah, Valentina's good with chicken. It's good with, I love Valentina with chili. Have a little sweet chili going on. Or Valentina with spaghetti.
That sounds like a pregnant lady saying Valentina. I don't like chili.
Oh, I love chili. On a fall evening. My goodness.
Nasty.
But we were at the doctor a couple of weeks ago, and they were asking how she was doing, and we were discussing about how she was going crazy for all the spicy stuff, and they were like, well, it has to be a girl. It's got to be a girl. Everybody kept saying it was a girl.
Yeah.
And everybody at my work thinks it's a girl. And my mom thinks it's a girl. Holly thinks it's a girl.
We're just hoping. We would like to have a girl since Brooklyn already had 4 boys, so it'd be kind of nice to balance the family. But, where are they going to go with that?
I don't know. But we're just happy that we have anything.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we'll love it no matter what. We won't be like, bah.
She'd be like, stick it back in. Especially if it's redhead. That's kind of one of her fears. She's like, I just don't want a redheaded baby.
So here's the backstory on that. Brooklyn's family is full of boys. They've got like 17 grandkids and only 4 are girls. My family side is my mom's side. My dad, his is pretty equal. My mom's side was Irish Catholic. They are full of girls. And we're hoping that I follow suit because all of the oldest females in the family always have a girl first. My mom, my mom's mom, and her mom. And then I don't know how much further back. They've all had girls first. And they mostly have girls. It's usually about a 3-to-1 ratio. So
you're going to have a girl?
Hopefully.
You think so?
Yeah. And then the redhead thing, I like to imagine South Park when the boys snuck into Cartman's room and dyed his hair and made him into a ginger. I want to do the opposite of that with my ginger baby and just like go in every night and dye its hair brown. I'm joking, of course.
Wow. So what color are you going to actually dye it then?
Brown.
Brown.
Blonde.
Blonde. You know, it's going to be one of those things, just like on the Santa Claus movie, where you're going to dye it. You're going to like take the towel, you're going to dry it off, and you're going to turn around, fold the towel up, put it on the table, flip back around, and the baby's hair will be all like bright red again. Yeah? She was making some weird face. Was that a face of disgust? What? Were you trying not to belch into the microphone? Oh, goodness. If you guys want to hear her belch, she actually, I have an outtake of her burping really loud on our Patreon site. So become a Patreon member and you can hear all the little noises that Miss Holly makes, including her cutest burp ever.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So we were officially discharged from the IVF place, KU, which by the way, they're amazing. Go there.
Yes.
Now,
We discussed a little bit of this on another episode. It was actually, let me see here. That was episode 13. So season 1, episode 13, when a gay and a trans undergo IVF.
Yeah.
So you can hear a little bit more about that there, but kind of update us. Like, what did you do as far as your...
putting the baby in and all that?
Yeah. I mean, what was that like?
Well, they don't put you under. It's actually much easier to put the embryo in than it was when they took out my eggs. When they took out my eggs, you get put under and you're pretty sore for like a day or two after down there. You definitely don't want a kitty accidentally stepping on it. Oh my god, that hurt like the dickens.
I imagine.
They all heard me yell. I think it was Alan that stepped on me and I was like, oh my god, it hurt. But when they put the embryo in, me and Brooklyn both went. They did not put me under. They basically put a catheter, and then that's just so the doctor can practice. And then I didn't even know when they did it. They were like ninjas. She was like, all right, load. And then they were like, boom. And then Brooklyn saw it because I saw her face go. And then I was like, what? And then they're like, it's done. And I was like, oh my god, already? Like, I didn't even notice.
I'm surprised you didn't notice that. You know, they had like a little sonogram screen up, and you saw like what looked like, I mean, just like it was a bunch of gray, I don't know, looked like static all over the screen. And then you saw what looked like this long, it was a needle, but it was enlarged large enough that it looked like a pine cone needle just sliding in off the screen, and it got to the middle of the screen. And then you saw what looked like a mini explosion out of the end of it. It just went, poof, and it just, I'm sure it didn't make noise like that, but it just had this little like poof look. And there was debris all around in about a quarter size area. And there was a little dot in the middle. And then the needle just slowly slid back out. And that's when I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, you're done. You're like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Luckily, they replayed it for me again, and they took pictures. We got our first pictures of our little rice grain baby. And then at 6 weeks, they had us going for a sonogram because that's when you're pretty much past the point of like, if you don't have fertility problems, you are mostly in the clear. Like they said, if I get past 6 weeks, I should be perfectly fine.
But they were making us wait 2 weeks before we were able to find out if it took.
Yeah.
They were saying that we went in on a Monday, is that correct? And they were going to make us wait 2 Mondays. Is that right? Or did we go in on a...
We went February 6th to have the baby input, and then it was a Thursday when we went for our first sonogram to tell us if we were pregnant. We did the pee test. The nurse said that...
Well, no, we didn't do the sonogram first. We did the blood test.
Oh, yeah, we did the blood test.
Because they said that we could do a pee test if we wanted, but they said that if it's not...
It's not totally reliable.
Yeah, they said if it's not positive, don't give up hope that it didn't work. They said just wait until I think they were trying to sway us more into just waiting until the blood test was done. But of course, we went home. The next day, we went out and bought a 3-pack of pregnancy tests, right?
Yes.
And that was on a Monday, right? I'm pretty sure it was.
Maybe.
What day was this again?
For what?
When did we have that done? That was February 6th, yeah. So yeah, that was on a Monday. So the next day, on the 7th, she ended up taking the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And what did it come out to?
Negative.
Came out negative. And I think her little heart sank. You could tell by her looking at it that it was kind of disappointing. And we did, when we were at Kansas City, we ended up stopping at a bookstore and we got a book. What was the book?
What to expect when you're expecting.
Yes, that's right. What to expect when you're expecting. And she read some of it, but she was like, I just don't want to get my hopes up if it didn't happen. And then we waited a day, right? So we took the test on Tuesday. We waited Wednesday. And then didn't we take it on Thursday again?
We took it almost every single day. I think sometimes we'd skip a day or two, but we took a lot. And then finally saw it.
I think Thursday or Friday, we actually, for the first time, I think it was Friday.
It was Friday.
We saw the faintest line you could ever see. It looked like someone drew a little pink line and then erased it, and it was barely there.
Yeah, but then we did it again on Sunday, I think it was, to let it sink in more.
Yeah, we went and out, got more bird. Yeah.
And it was super dark, and then I just kept peeing on them every day just to see it get darker.
But she cried when she first saw the little faint line. Her little lip puckered up, and she was like... When she gets all, like, emotional, she gets this little bunny noise. It's cute. She does. Her little lip, like, pops out, and it's not like... I don't know. It pops out into, like, a point. Like, and then she just kind of is like... That's the noise she makes. And I call it her little bunny cry.
Aww.
Because she sounds like a little bunny. But she cried when she found out, and then she had to tell her mom. What did you say to your mom? You told her that she was supposed to say...
That we were going to Zoom and invite because it was near Carson's birthday. So we're like, can we Zoom so you can say happy birthday to Carson? And that was our ploy to get her to, like, Zoom. Because she lives a few hours away, and I really wanted to tell her, so it was more personal that way.
And she didn't seem as happy that time.
She's a believe it when she sees it. She did not believe it until the blood test.
Yeah, and then when we got the blood test done, we got a call. We were driving around, did a couple of things that day. Mm-hmm. And we were driving home, almost got home, and the little phone call came through. And they said, congratulations, you're pregnant. And she was like, yay! Even though she already really knew. She had like 10 pregnancy tests at home that said that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And then they set up the sonogram, right?
Yeah, the 6-week sonogram, and then they just wanted to make sure everything was healthy, and then after that, I was officially discharged. So March 30th is when I can quit my progesterone and estrogen, and then just carry out like a normal pregnancy. So no more butt shots every single night of my life. My butt is black and blue.
She's got spots all over it. I really do feel sorry for her. These shots are, I don't know. Are you getting used to them? Do you get used to having a shot every day in your butt?
Nope.
And the needles, oh my god. They're huge.
There's blood all over the bed. When are my Band-Aids coming in?
You'll get your Band-Aids today. She chose Pokemon Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Pokemon Band-Aids.
Yep.
So I wanted to read this. This is actually from parents.com. This is not an advertisement. This is just something that we got into. It's a neat little thing about the baby's development. And each week I'd like to have us read a little bit about the baby and where we're at in the process, if you're okay with that.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, me read it? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks like an alien gummy bear. Oh, and during the sonogram, we got to see the heartbeat. It looked like like an electric shock.
And she had the little bunny cry again when you heard the little...
And we got to hear the heartbeat,
It
yes.
went... And she was like... I was like, Holly.
It's supposedly around the size of a green olive. So
Ooh.
your baby's growth spurt continues. In the last 2 weeks, they have quadrupled in size. As they get bigger, delicate facial features are becoming more refined, with their ears, upper lip, and the teeny tip of their nose all clearly visible. Their eyelids will also take shape for the first time this week, and their heart is growing stronger by the day. Oh, it looks scary. Oh, I don't keep reading? Oh. Even though you still have to wait another 8 weeks to find out if your new addition will be a boy or girl, this week your baby gets the goods they'll need to... Oh, that's worded oddly. To, well, make their own baby one day. What? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm not at week 9. Sorry.
Yeah, we still got a little ways to go, don't we?
Yep, 7 more months.
So, normally you can't see the gender for till week 18 to 20. That's typically when you can see the genitals, whether or not it's going to be a boy or girl. But we have opted to do the DNA testing. And we are going to find out whether or not we have a little man or a little girl inside of her.
Woman.
A little woman. Little man or a little woman.
Mm.
And whether or not they will grow up to be like their mom and tough.
Mm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or grow up to be like their mom and tough.
Mm.
Because I'm sure either way it goes, whichever gender we have, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a leatherneck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like her mama.
Rah.
Just like their mama.
Rah.
Yeah. And it is not a twins. There's no twins involved, by the way.
Yeah, no twinsies.
No twins. We only saw one little person in her. Okay, anyway, moving on. So, what have you been watching? We just finished The Last of Us, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. The season finale?
Yes.
Yes.
It was really neat to see Ashley Johnson in it. I actually didn't know that she was the original Ellie in the game. And to see her actually play a part in there as her mom, that was really neat.
Yeah, and for them to attempt to kind of go deeper and explain why Ellie is immune.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to season 2. I think this is a series I'd like to see. I didn't play the games, so I don't know how it ends. I actually have someone at work telling me that they don't know if it could go much further or not, but which is kind of disappointing. But this is a series I wouldn't mind seeing it go for a while and then turn around and binge watch it all one day. It looks like it's a fun series. It's not just focused around...
Well, they could make other seasons if, like, the first 2 are the video games and then, like, the next ones are, like, maybe the story of someone or, like, side stories.
Yeah. I don't know. I know that I did read an article that they had talked about expanding the universe and possibly doing another series, a sequel series. So... guess we'll have to wait and see. I wish they had more episodes than just 9 episodes. I missed the 18 to 24 episode mark that they used to do. That you can really find on...
That are hour long?
Just like hour long shows. I mean, whatever they are. You know, Star Trek. They had 24 episodes a season, roughly. The original ones anyway. And now it's like, you know, you're lucky if you get 10 or 12.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. Good series, though. What else are you watching? You got anything big coming up? You have the He-Man comic that came out today.
Yeah, I need to go get that. Picard. I still need to watch that episode.
The last episode.
It's the last one?
Oh, no, the last episode. The last one that you missed.
Okay. Yeah, I need to watch it because I fell asleep. It's the one from last week. I can't wait for Lower Decks to come out.
I don't know. Picard? I don't know. Like, every time I think I'm going to be excited about something, it just seems more disappointing. The last 2 episodes seem like it could have been one episode that all they did was smashed it out. Like,
yeah,
they took an episode, they wrote it, and they're like, let's drag this out by making them repeat themselves in just different ways and, you know, sit around and just talk. And I get that they're trying to do that because Star Trek is more of a think piece than anything, but there's a point where your thinking is just slow and there's nothing to it anymore.
Yeah, drawn out.
It's a very drawn out thing, and I don't know. They need to bring some old writers back to Star Trek, like old writers, and like really let them have at it, because it's just ridiculous. But we've been watching Strange New World, and that's a little bit better.
I like Strange New World. It feels like, minus how dark it is, of course. I don't know why they keep putting everybody in a black pit on their ships. But...
And the shininess. It's like, do you
yes.
need so many lights and
Oh my
chrome
God.
everywhere? Like...
It is like a seizure.
I would take an 80s, like, you know, wood ship, like the Galaxy class starship, any day. But, like, I don't know.
They seriously have, like, light strips on everything.
I wish they'd stop doing that.
It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it does feel the most, like, old school Star Trek. It feels like they're tracking the stars and, like, investigating, figuring things out. It's not like Discovery. It's not like Discovery at all, which Discovery is ending.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I can't stand Discovery.
It doesn't feel... They had good intentions, but it does not feel like Star Trek.
I don't think they were good intentions. They were, let's do whatever the hell we want and call it Star Trek.
Yeah.
It just does not feel like Star Trek. Not anywhere near.
Yeah, Strange New Worlds definitely does. And if you haven't watched it, it's before the very first Star Trek series.
Yeah. We got caught up on Bob's Burgers. Last episode was the one where Louise was trying to find the
Cannonball.
that cannonball, and
For
that
a
was a cute
talent
episode.
show.
I kind of liked that one. It was
Yeah.
good. Good little story.
I love Bob's Burgers. It always hurts me when I have to wait for another season. It's going to kill me when that show ends.
Yeah, well, you never know. It might be a
The new Simpsons
it could be.
go on forever.
Could be.
That would be great.
Wonder when The Simpsons is gonna be done. You know what? The neat thing about The Simpsons is it is something that is still ongoing that connects to my childhood.
It came out just a little bit before I was born.
I remember when I was 8 years old when that thing came out. I remember that. I remember when it came out and all the kids were all excited about it and being, oh, The Simpsons. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, that's not going to last. And here we are. It's going on to its, probably 35th anniversary? Is that right, or is there more than that?
I don't know.
But regardless, it feels good. It'd be nice to almost see them, like, carry cast members over. Like, move on with different voice actors. I don't know, maybe some people wouldn't like that. But carry a legacy. Something really fun. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I've wondered when they're going to need to. I mean, the teacher already died. The voice actor.
See, and they retired those characters, and I kind of don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do when it gets down to the actual Simpsons?
I don't know. I'm sure they get paid pretty good, though, to keep coming back. But they do like a season-to-season thing right now instead of it being like, let's sign them on for 5 years. It's 1 year, 2 years at a time. Because they never know.
Yeah.
I'm sure they make a lot of good money, though.
Yeah.
So, what do you got for gay gaming?
Gaming. All right. So, this one was a game I've been waiting for forever. And it's on sale because it just came out. Normally it's $20. I got it for $10. I justified it by not buying the lunch or something. Yeah.
What is the game?
It is Sunhaven. And if you haven't heard of it, okay, I know people say don't compare it to Stardew Valley because it is so much more than Stardew Valley. And I know Stardew Valley isn't the original farming sim. But in Sunhaven, it's really neat. Like, there's a lot more to do. There's all kinds of crazy pets and mounts and, like, decorations. But you get to be a human or an elf or a demon, or they even said there's furries. So if you want to be, like, a half dog or half cat person, you can. And then there's another race. They have racial bonuses and skills. And then you get to marry whatever NPCs. And then they're like all kinds of walks of life and imaginary life. So there's plenty of gayness in it if you want to be gay. The girls are it's a little bit more risky than Stardew. Like, some of them have bustier shirts, not like super busty, but a little bit bustier. And then the guys, if you like anime, you'll definitely like Sunhaven look. They are more anime looking. It's cool. Okay. There's quests in the game. It's got more RPG to it. It's like Stardew Valley, but on roids. There's so much more, like, you need to try it. It's really good. I'm a little elf boy right now with blue anime hair and pink fairy wings.
And what platforms all does it come on?
Right now it is only on Steam.
Just on Steam?
Yes.
But will it be out on other stuff that they've announced, or no?
People have said on the Steam Deck, the UI is too small even when they try to make it big. So if you play Steam Deck, it's not recommended to play Sunhaven on it because it's not going to be like Stardew. But they are already working to get a version out on the Switch. So hopefully they'll work out their kinks for the Steam Deck then too. But it's on Steam and it's on sale right now for its release. I've been waiting for like a few years for this game, and it came out March 10th. Ugh, the music's good too. I like the music. It does have it's a more fantasy look. It's like anime characters, fantasy world. I'm excited to get some pets. There's dragons. You can be a mage. There's magic powers. The fishing is different than Stardew Valley. I know some people love it, some people hate it. On this one, you don't sit there and keep clicking to keep it in the green bar. You click it to sink it, and then you click it when it's in the green zone to catch it. One time. Well, 2 clicks, but 1 click to reel it in.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people are kind of standoffish about that. Now, Sunhaven, I think there's some kinks in it, some people have said, but they'll fix that. It seems like the dev team's really good. But you can have up to 8 players playing in your world. There are
Now, Is this so? When you say up to 8 players, is this other people that you don't know that you're playing with, or do you control the 8 players? How does that work?
I assumed it's 8 other players that you are friends with.
Okay.
They didn't say if it was open or not. But I haven't tried it obviously, so I don't know. But it has bosses in the game too, so that you fight. And I've only gotten to play it for a couple hours, but I will let you know what happens as I keep getting further into it. But I am really liking it. I think this one's definitely going to shoot over Stardew super fast. Stardew will have a place in everybody's hearts because it is a psychologically feel-good game that just touches you. But I don't know. I think Sunhaven's going to have a lot to it too.
So you'll be playing a lot of this game,
Hopefully.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's it for game gaming.
Okay. Okay, so I wanted to do another what if, and this is actually from a website, thebrightful.me/blog/what if questions/. Couple of questions. If your house had a theme song, what would it be?
I have no idea.
Do you have a song that it's your theme song?
No, because the weeks are different. Like, when the Bratlands aren't here, the house is very solemn and quiet. When the Bratlands are here, it can be very chaotic. So, it seems like there's 2 different theme songs I would have. Like, when they're not here, maybe like a little Asian, like, ding ding song. And then when they are here, maybe like a pop song that has a guitar riff.
Okay. I keep thinking of like maybe an 80s song or something would be good for me.
Yeah.
I like the whole it depends on the year, just like, or the time of year, kind of like what you're talking about with depending on the week. In the fall, I'd probably pick more of a pop 80s song. I don't know what I'd choose though.
It has to be a real song?
Yeah, a real song. Let's choose a real song.
Well, I don't know for me, but
I might do Story of My Life. You ever heard that song?
No. This is the story. That one?
Trying to remember the artist.
Story of my life. Oh,
Yeah.
God. No, I do not like the Jonas Brothers. Please don't torture me. I do not like that song. Oh my God, I would lose my mind if I had to hear that every time I came into my house. She's talking about the Jonas Brothers,
I don't think... Is that the Jonas Brothers?
It's one of the Jonas Brothers.
One Direction.
One Direction. Oh, One Direction. That's who I'm thinking of. Well, I don't like either of them.
Okay. Maybe that or...
I am
Goodness.
not a boy band.
You aren't a boy band. You're a girl.
I don't like boy bands.
Oh, maybe Katy Perry's Firework. I like that one. Because you're a firework.
Maybe you're a firework.
You don't have a song that you choose, though?
No.
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 Okay. If you could be any character from a movie, who and what would it be and why? Any character. I'd probably be Marty McFly.
Why?
Because I'd like to go to the past.
Uh,
I probably wouldn't do the same things he did, but I mean, if I had the opportunity, I'd hop in a DeLorean and I'd take that baby out for a spin. Yeah.
that'd be fun. Any character from a movie. I would maybe one of the superhero. Maybe I'd be Marvel, Miss Marvel. That way I could fly around and
Like
do
Captain
something.
Marvel?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And I could fly around and be super strong.
You know, minus the flying, you're already super strong.
Thank you.
Well, next week we'll let you know how week 9 is going. We also are doing our little gender test. So hopefully by next week we will have results and we'll have you guys get back with us and you might know the gender of our baby.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or we might save it as a surprise for later.
Maybe, baby.
Maybe.
Like Roger from American Dad. Maybe, baby.
You know something else that she does all the time? She's always telling me how fat she is.
What?
She's like, I'm so fat.
I do.
I feel fat.
I do.
She sends me text messages like at 6 in the morning. I'm fat. I'm like, okay, you're pregnant. Even though you're not showing, you're gonna gain a little bit of weight
Yeah.
on your little thin body.
My buns and ties.
But she keeps doing the little thing from Hairspray. She goes, I'm a fatty 2x4.
Can't get through the dressing room door.
She's my little dork.
I'm trooper. Say goodbye.
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 Are we leaving? Does that mean we're getting off?
It sounded like the end of an 80s show. Like a kid show. Say goodbye.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for joining us on our show. Don't forget to check out our other shows wherever podcasts are available. And if you're in the position to help our podcast grow, please join us at patreon.com/GGirlTGirl. And check out our Facebook and Instagram page for more updates and messages at gaygirl/transgirl. And please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.
See through the veil, lives unlived and stories untold. Rise from the ashes, reclaim the world and beyond. See through the veil, lives unlived and stories untold.